going out there? Marty Schwartz here, hanging out backstage at the Ryman with Zach Feinberg of the Revivalists. Dude, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to be chatting with you, man.
You guys formed in New Orleans, right? But you're a New Yorker?
Yeah, I'm from New York. I went to Tulane University and have stayed there ever since. So I've been there about 15 years now.
So you study music?
I took a bunch of music classes, but ended up dropping the music major when we were singing the Do Re Mi's, and I was like, I can't do the sight reading. It was too hard for me.
It's very hard, yeah.
I feel like I could power through now if I really wanted to do it.
The years of playing, right?
Yeah, but no, I took a bunch of music electives and was, always going out and seeing music, and I was taking guitar lessons the whole time, and we started the band my junior year of college.
Did you meet Dave in college, or?
I met him on the street. I was riding my bike home from class, and he was sitting on his front porch singing and playing guitar.
Classic story.
Yep.
How many years ago was that?
That was 2007, yep.
So New York, you go to Tulane, so that's what brought you to New Orleans.
Yeah, and the draw, obviously, the live music
I was just going to say, you were probably a...
I was aware of it, and yeah, I'd seen the Funky Meters and Dumpsta Funk, or if not Dumpsta Funk, some iteration of that. And
Galactic, too?
Yes, I was very aware of Galactic and a fan of Galactic, and I remember I saw Bonorama open for the Funky Meters at BB King's, I think in 04 or something.
So you were like, I gotta,
on my radar.
I want to come out here, live out here.
I was like, this is great. I've been talking to musicians and stuff, and they were saying New Orleans has a good live music scene, and it's easy to get gigs, because there's a lot of clubs. So it's a nurturing environment for a young musician, to get out there and you can actually play out. I love that Nashville places the value on the song.
Yeah.
That's a distinction, I guess, between the two cities of Nashville and New Orleans. Obviously, a lot has been said about Nashville being more of an industry town. That goes without saying.
Right.
And New Orleans is this really authentic live music culture, and in a lot of different ways, all the various expressions of it. In New Orleans, I value the song as a song form. I like listening to songs that have a story and that grab you, and lyrics are important. So
yeah, well, that's a Nashville thing. Spending more time here, I've really soaked in. Oh, it's storytelling. It's storytelling. It's storytelling. When did you start playing guitar?
I was 9 years old. My dad plays, and my brother was getting very into it.
Older brother?
Older brother, yeah. It was always just guitars laying around, and I remember being frustrated when I first, I couldn't get the chords right away, and I sort of gave up. But since there was always guitars laying around, I'd just mess around on it and go in my own little world playing with it.
Do you remember the bands and stuff that were making you fired up?
Michael Jackson album, Dangerous, and Nirvana In Utero came out when I was in first grade, and I bought the CD.
Wow, as a first grader.
There was some spicy lyrics in there. This Van Morrison song, So Complicated, I remember loving that.
Do you remember the first riff or two, or the first couple things you learned on guitar?
Yep.
I want to check that out.
My dad taught me that, and it was that's Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers.
Yeah, the single string riff is so great, because even if your guitar's out of tune, you can still recognize.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think for 5 years I knew two things, but I knew.
Yeah. That was an early one.
And then the fancy thing was switching strings.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I knew, and it took me, a good 45 seconds to form, was the D chord. Then I discovered the...
Oh, yeah, the pinky. You go crazy on that pinky in the early days.
First 2-3 years, man, that pinky gets a big workout. And then also the middle finger.
Oh, yeah.
New Orleans helped shape part of your vibe, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
How could it not, right?
Yeah, exactly. The live music is incredible, and the musicianship is really, really incredible in New Orleans. I think it shaped our sound in the sense that we wanted a saxophone in our band, and we loved having a guy play the trumpet come up, and we saw how it improved our sound and how it improved our live show and made it more compelling. The interaction with the audience is a big thing that is done in New Orleans. Getting basically random people into the show. So you kind of put it right in their face,
Okay, let's do another jam. How about that?
Sure, let's do
this one. One other thing I'm curious about, you know, really from the guitar angle here, do you just constantly just kind of let the creative spigot out and something grabs you and you like record it and go, oh, this is a good idea, or do you?
I'm always keeping a log of ideas and the voice memos in the phone, and then further developing them with the demos or just songwriting on an acoustic guitar.
And you sing and write lyrics too?
I try to sing and write lyrics, but I do write lyrics.
Yeah.
The singing has been, I've been slowly improving it over the last several years.
So how much do you guys collaborate, or does
A lot, yeah.
I know you've written hit songs and stuff, but here's one that you guys can add. I don't know if you've ever used anything like this.
It's a great progression.
It is actually.
And the other thing I noticed when hearing that song for the 300,000th time on the radio, like I actually really love that album. Like,
Oasis is fucking
it's
awesome.
so good.
Yeah.
Like I realized like, wow, like the drums and the bass are on that song are actually like pretty busy. Like they're doing a lot. It's
he does a lot of extra.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff
syncopation,
going on. Yeah, it's like pretty hip actually.
All right, I just want to thank Zach Feinberg again from the Revivalists.
Thanks for
You
having
guys
me,
are
man.
killing it, man. Congratulations on the success and continued success. I'm gonna leave links for all your stuff down there for you guys to check out. Thanks again for supporting. We'll see you real soon.